Welcome to the Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review, where we recap the past week's events in Penmen athletics. Men's golf opened the week with a second-place finish at the Queechee Division II Challenge. Gavin Dugas finished in a tie for fourth overall after totaling a two-day score of 144 to lead the host Penmen. Matt Paradise tied for sixth with a 2 over 146, while Josh Lacasse was tied for seventh with a 151. Men's golf is off until October 2nd when it takes part in the Northeast 10 Championship at Old Kinderhook Golf Club in Kinderhook, New York. Volleyball was in action just once last week, and Southern New Hampshire was swept by Franklin Pierce University. Jesse Leclerc collected a match and career-high 27 digs, while Meg Solomon and Victoria Werman each notched 9 kills in the setback. Volleyball looks to bounce back on Tuesday when it heads to Stonehill College for an NE10 showdown at 7 o'clock. On to women's soccer now, where the Penmen worked a scoreless draw against number 17 Stonehill on Wednesday before falling to Assumption College on Saturday. Autumn Scalum turned aside 8 shots against the Skyhawks in 110 minutes of action before making 10 saves in the 1-0 setback against the Greyhounds. Southern New Hampshire returns to the pitch on Wednesday for a 7 o'clock showdown with Bentley University on Larkin Field. Field hockey posted a 1-2 mark last week against 8th-ranked St. Anselm College, 9th-ranked American International College, and St. Thomas Aquinas College. Aaron Frost scored the lone Penmen goal in a 2-1 loss against the Hawks on Wednesday, before Melanie Rennie stopped 14 shots in Saturday's double overtime defeat against the Yellow Jackets. Maddie Holt, Laura Vanderdorm provided all the offense Southern New Hampshire would need on Sunday, as field hockey earned a 2-0 win over the Spartans. The Penmen are back in action on Tuesday with a Northeast 10 tilt at Stonehill beginning at 7 p.m. Men's soccer remained unbeaten with a pair of wins last week against Stonehill and AIC. Ryan Bukimi and Enzo Giuliani each scored against the Skyhawks, and Nick Zucco broke the NCAA Division II record for consecutive shutout minutes as Southern New Hampshire earned a 2-0 win on Wednesday. After falling behind in the 58th minute in Saturday's match with the Yellow Jackets, Giuliani and Robert Brown buried a pair of goals in the final 10 minutes of action to keep the 4th-ranked Penmen undefeated. Men's soccer continues Northeast 10 play Wednesday with a trip to Franklin Pierce for a 7 o'clock kickoff with the Ravens. To the courts we go, where women's tennis was in action twice last week. Southern New Hampshire split a pair of matches with Stonehill and the University of New Haven, falling to the Skyhawks 5-4 before topping the Chargers by a count of 8-1. Albla Shudley posted a 3-0 mark in the two matches, winning in both the first singles and second doubles fight against Stonehill on Saturday, before taking the number 1 singles match against New Haven on Sunday. Anna Salo also went unblemished last week with wins at number 2 doubles with Shudley to go along with triumphs at number 3 singles against the Skyhawks and number 1 doubles versus New Haven. Women's tennis resumes play on Wednesday when it heads to Merrimack College for a 3 o'clock start. Women's golf wrapped up the week with a 6th-place showing at the Northeast 10 Championship, which was hosted by Franklin Pierce at the Brentwood Golf Course in Keene, New Hampshire. Caitlin Lutinsky turned in a top 20 showing after firing a 2-day score of 176 to lead Southern New Hampshire, while Rachel Ruffino checked in 2 strokes behind her, and Alyssa Scandura was just behind Ruffino with a 179. Women's golf is back on the links on Sunday when it takes part in the Kutztown Fall Invitational. That's it for this week's Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review. Check back next week for a full recap of this week's events in Penmen athletics.